Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl Naia, the self-crowned reaction queen, and today we're diving into a wild ride titled How Handhelds and AI Are Shaping the Future of Gaming. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear handhelds, my mind goes straight to those tiny devices that somehow manage to give me carpal tunnel while I'm trying to save the world in pixelated glory. And AI, let's just say I'm still waiting for my virtual assistant to bring me snacks on demand. So grab your snacks, because this video promises to be a roller coaster of tetchy goodness mixed with a sprinkle of chaos. I mean, if handhelds can level up our gaming experience, I'm all for it. But if they start taking over my life like that one friend who always wants to play Monopoly, we might have a problem. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you're ready to see if AI is gonna be our gaming savior or just another way to ruin my high scores. Let's jump in and see what the future holds.
CES is full of all types of gizmos and gadgets every single year, and as amazing and unique as some inventions are, it seems this year's CES was dominated by two things in the gaming space: handheld gaming and AI.
Handheld gaming and AI, now that's a combo I didn't see coming. It's like peanut butter and jelly. But for gamers, I mean, handhelds have been around forever, but throw some AI into the mix, and suddenly we're talking about a whole new level of gaming. Imagine your handheld actually learning your playstyle and adapting to it. That could either be genius or a total nightmare. I'm here for it.
Now, there are several different ways to use AI in gaming, but we'll save that for later on in the video. First, I want to talk to you about handheld gaming and the impact of devices like the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck. It wasn't that long ago that handheld gaming was a super niche subcategory of gaming, often using cut down or light versions of games or just using unique software altogether. Mobile gaming has since took off and has its own established market separate from PC and console gaming, mainly because PC and consoles had their own issues. The thing about gaming handhelds is that playing PC games on them was near impossible until recently. Most gaming handhelds ran a modified version of Android, which was fine for light gaming and emulation, but if you haven't noticed, PC games typically don't come to Android. The other issue is that Windows doesn't work well on gaming handhelds. I mean, it doesn't work well on desktop either, but that's another story. So we have Android handheld gaming devices that can't run newer, larger AAA titles, and we have the PC gaming handhelds with Windows that can run those titles, but with an extremely unfriendly interface, costing you hours of troubleshooting, headache, and precious gaming time. In comes the Steam Deck.
Oh, the struggle is real. It's like we're stuck in this tech limbo where handhelds can't handle the big titles, and the ones that can are just a headache to use. Who has time for troubleshooting when you could be slaying dragons or racing cars? It's frustrating. We need a solution that actually works without turning gaming into a part-time job.
The Steam Deck running SteamOS, a Linux-based operating system created by Valve, the owners of Steam, the largest PC platform for buying and playing all your PC games. They created this OS from the ground up with not only gamers in mind, but their flagship creation, the Steam Deck. This was going to revolutionize PC gaming, and since Valve already had a platform they were generating revenue from, they were not only able to undercut their competition by a few $100s, but also give their users a much better experience. It was the best of both worlds, and no one had even come close to creating something like this. So why would Valve open SteamOS to other handhelds? Well, it's because of what I just said. They are the largest PC gaming platform, and the more devices running their proprietary software, locking down the user to only be able to buy games from Steam, they secure a lot of revenue with this emerging and very popular PC handheld market. The first ever non-Steam Deck device to launch with SteamOS is the Lenovo Legion Go S, and I was able to get my hands on it and get some first impressions.
I'm here at CES with the Lenovo Legion Go S, the first PC gaming handheld running SteamOS that isn't a Steam Deck. Now,
well, hold up. The Lenovo Legion Go Ace running SteamOS? This is a game changer. Finally, we're seeing some competition for the Steam Deck, and I'm all for it. If it can deliver a solid gaming experience without the usual headaches, we might just have a new contender in the handheld arena. I can't wait to see how it stacks up.
Isn't a Steam Deck. Now, this is a big boy just like the Steam Deck and the other gaming PC handhelds, but honestly the weight isn't a problem at all. I was sitting on here gaming and I forgot that I was even recording a video. Now, to get down to this price point, they've had to cut back on a couple things, namely the back buttons. Instead of a set of two, you get a set of one, so one on each side, but that should be enough for most games. I only use one set of back buttons. I don't ever really use two. I accidentally press them if I use two, so I don't know, for this price point and for what they're giving you, I think this is a really good buy. Compared to the Windows OS versions, you still get the same storage options, the same chip options, the same just about everything. One is just running SteamOS, which if you play mostly Steam games, that should be enough for you. This thing is absolutely incredible.
Incredible? Now you've got my attention. If this Lenovo Legion Go S is really living up to the hype, it could shake things up in the handheld market. I mean, if it's as good as you say, we might finally have a serious alternative to the Steam Deck. I'm curious to see what makes it stand out.
Incredible. It's in kiosk mode, so it's not a lot I can do. There's only a couple games I can play. If they let me, I'd log into my Steam account and I'll play Witcher 3 on this thing or something, but this is amazing. It's the
Amazing, huh? If it can handle games like Witcher 3 smoothly, that's a serious win. It sounds like this handheld is packing some serious punch. I'm all about that portable gaming life, especially if it means I can dive into epic adventures on the go. Can't wait to see more.
It's the form factor is great. We've seen these gaming PC handhelds make their way into the market, and it seems like more and more these companies are picking up on what they need to do to make a better iteration, faster and faster and faster. I do like the ergonomics of this thing. It seems like there's something they wanted to get right first instead of it being an afterthought with something like the Switch, which, you know, has grips and cases and other things that you can buy to make it more ergonomic. This is just ergonomic from the jump, and I really like that.
Now that's what I'm talking about. An ergonomic design right out of the box. That's a major plus. It's like they actually listen to gamers instead of just slapping something together. Comfort is key when you're grinding through those long gaming sessions. If it feels good in your hands, you're already winning.
Really like that. Now, this is the first non-Steam Deck device to be running Steam OS, and they say that they're opening the platform to more and more partners. Now, we have to wait to see real-world comparisons between this and the Steam Deck, but so far, I think it's a go.
A go? That's a solid endorsement. If it's already looking promising compared to the Steam Deck, we might have a real contender on our hands. I'm all about seeing how it performs in the wild. If it can hold its own, we could be looking at a game changer in handheld gaming.
At CES, it seems
primarily because of their highly optimized GPUs specifically designed for AI computations. We were seeing this unfold and create somewhat of an AI bubble where everything not touched by a human directly was called AI. But how would this affect gaming? When Nvidia announced their 50 series card, they had some interesting claims that their 5070 at $549 could perform on par with a 4090 at $1,600. Clearly this was marketing talk, but when you see the rather large asterisk, it begins to make sense. This could only be done with the power of AI. Nvidia was
Now we're getting into the juicy stuff. AI boosting performance, that's a game changer. If NVIDIA is using AI to enhance graphics and performance, it could redefine how we experience gaming. Imagine playing with top-tier graphics without needing to break the bank on hardware. This could make high-end gaming accessible to way more people.
Nvidia was only able to achieve these feats by using their latest version of deep learning supersampling, or DLSS. Disclaimer, I am not super technical. I understand what DLSS does and how it does it, but I might not explain it back to you with the utmost accuracy. For that, you can watch one of Nvidia's many explanatory videos on their site. DLSS is a feature on the more recent graphics cards that uses AI to reconstruct images from multiple lower resolution images. So your game may render at 720p natively, but be able to output at 1440p with not much of a difference in image quality than if your GPU just brute forced and created all those pixels itself. This takes a load off your GPU and allows for better performance at higher frame rates. It's not just resolution though. DLSS can also use frame generation to insert AI frames in between actual GPU rendered frames, effectively increasing your overall frame rate. Initially, it was something like for every 3 frames, it would construct an AI frame, or what people are calling fake frames. Technically, all frames are fake, but we don't have to get into that. Over the years, DLSS has been able to increase that from 3:1 to 2:1, and with DLSS 4, we're looking at a 1:1 frame generation, with the option to go to the lower 3:1 and 2:1 presets. This can look blurry at times, create some latency, and/or over sharpen in some games, but when implemented right, you can enjoy the latest AAA games with lower end hardware. I use DLSS with my 3060 in a recent game, Final Fantasy 16, a current gen PS5 console exclusive and known abuser to GPUs, recommending a RTX 2080 just to get 1080p 60. Normally, my 3060 can run modern games at 1080p over 60 frames per second, and if the game is decently optimized, I can hit 1440p 60. Without DLSS, this game is destroying my card, and it's enough to make a guy feel like he needs to go out and spend $1,600 on a 4090 just to play current gen games. But with DLSS, I can get around the frame rates I should at the resolutions I prefer. It's a really cool tool that uses software to make my weaker hardware last a little bit longer than the initial 2021 purchase. Sound good? Well, some gamers, mostly at the high end, don't like this because the GPU they're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for is now not using raw power to create these frames, but Software. They fear it'll make devs lazier and reliant on software to fix the game and make it playable instead of taking the time to optimize the games for native performance. It's weird because I see praise for the Nintendo Switch 2 allegedly using DLSS, but if my 50 series GPU uses it, then it's a real problem. Personally, as a PC gamer on the lower end creeping towards 5070 or 5080 territory, I really don't see a problem with this. We can only have components so large, PCs so cool, and GPU die so big. We were always heading towards software to help compensate for game performance, and while it may not be perfect now, it's still pretty damn good. AI in gaming is here to stay, so we can either get with the times or get lost.
Well, folks, that was a wild ride, and I gotta say, my expectations were pretty much spot on. We dove headfirst into the world of handhelds and AI. And let me tell you, it's like finding out your favorite childhood toy is getting a high-tech upgrade, exciting and a little terrifying all at once. I mean, who knew we'd be chatting about Lenovo's Legion Go S? This baby might just be the hero we didn't know we needed in the handheld market. If that thing can really run masterpieces like Witcher 3 without a meltdown, I'm ready to toss my old gamer gear right out the window. Plus, ergonomic design, it's like they finally woke up and smelled the coffee. Seriously, comfort is key when you're deep in dungeon runs, and that whole AI performance boost, if it does what they say it can do, we might just be living in the future we always imagined minus the flying cars. Of course, so, is handheld gaming about to have its renaissance? Oh, you better believe it. So, if you're as hype as I am, drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. Don't be that friend who just lurks in the background. Join the squad. Remember, if you subscribe, I'll consider sending you a virtual snack. Just kidding, I still can't find a way to pull that off. Until next time, keep your gaming on point and stay fierce, because you know I'll be right here reacting to the chaos. Catch you later!